me, Alicia, aka Natural Brown Beauty. What's up? First of all, look at my fucking lip. Can y'all see that? I'm not pouting. So today, for the last few days, I've been in and out of the ER. Yesterday, actually, I put that Outfit of the Night video up. I had just got out of the ER a few hours before I took that video. Because I guess I ate, I don't know, they told me it was shellfish because I had some shrimp and I just don't want to believe it, but yeah, this is bad. Like, it was worse than this, and I had like hives all over my body. I am on 3 different medicines to bring my allergies down. My lip was about 3 times bigger than this earlier in the day, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty sexy right now. Okay, what do I want to talk about? First off, this is like a response video / random bullshit because I ain't gotta go to work for the next 3 days because I look like fucking Will Smith and Hitched or something. So first thing first, I popped in freaks all the honeys. Sorry, I don't know where they came from. That was the Bing commercial. Anyway, the job. Okay, so I got offered a job that's in Phoenix. I currently live in Tucson. If you guys aren't familiar with Arizona, Phoenix is like 2 hours away from where I live right now. I signed a year lease in the apartment I live in, but because my landlords are so great and my property is so widespread over in Arizona, they basically gave me a lease transfer. So all I have to do is transfer my lease from this building to another building, which is great because, truth be told, I haven't bought any furniture really for this apartment because something was telling me, like, just wait, just hold off. You never know what's going to happen. And then when I decided I wanted to try the Air Force thing, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to go. I mean, I'm not going to buy any furniture until I know what I'm doing. Originally with the Air Force, I decided I was going to try to weigh in by the end of the year, which is pretty much still what I'm doing. I am getting a really good job, but it's not going to pay me as much as the Air Force will. And to me, I don't know if it'll be as fulfilling as the Air Force will be. So I have not ditched that plan by any means. I'm still going to do my workouts and stuff, and you know, if I get the weight down, then I'm gonna go. But my dad is really focused on me getting my new job and settling in my new place before I try to do anything drastic, which I understand. You know, I want to be settled and have something before I do anything. If I'm gonna move and start all over again, that's number 1. So I'm not going to the Air Force. I did get a job. Number 2, those shorts were size fucking 15. Okay, it is not my fault that they come this fucking big. They fit me around the waist. What else am I supposed to do? And yes, a size 15. About a month or so ago, I was back into an 18. So you know your girl is feeling hella good right now. And go. Work. Number 2. Number 3. Is this number 3? We're going to stop counting right now because I've already lost track. I don't know. So, let's talk about school really quick. Someone messaged me about talking about going to school, and how I finished school. First of all, the job I was doing before I went to college, I was a correctional officer in Indiana. And I want to say 18 when I got that job. And that is a job that pushed me to want to go to college because I was making a lot of money as a CO at 18 years old, you know? So I'm looking at these people who are like 45, 50, who are just here doing this job. They're not captains, they're not sergeants, they're not lieutenants, they're not wardens. They're just basic regular COs. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that because it's an excellent job. But I wanted to be able to climb that ladder and know that I have a degree that is backing me up, you know, which is why I decided to go to school, you know. I felt that college was easy in the sense that I was going for something that I really, really, really had a passion about. I am very passionate about DOC, which is Department of Corrections. I'm very passionate about equal rights for all citizens, gay rights, lesbian rights, black, white rights. I'm very, very, very passionate about people being able to speak their mind and have their rights. There's a book out there called Hollow Hope. I cannot remember who the author is by, but it was one of the best books I have ever read in my life. It was basically a book about politics and how the reason why politics are the way they are is because the minority doesn't have a big enough voice in politics. So as a minority, your political views, your political wants and needs, it's a hollow hope because we don't have people in office who represent us as individuals. And if you look at the Senate, you look at the Congress, you look at who's really making the decisions, you'll understand why I love that book, because I'm one, a black female, one, a black, two, a female, three, I'm a single parent. So it's like there's a lot of things that I feel like are not being represented about me in Congress and politics in general, So I love that book, and I kind of felt like once you find your glitch, once you find the thing or your niche, the thing that you like about school, it makes it so much easier to go to school, want to go to class, want to be there, want to be immersed in the thing that you like, So I applaud anybody, male, woman, female, single, married, divorced, widowed, children, no children, dog, cat, ferret, whatever you have going in your life. I do strongly suggest that you get a trade, you go to college. I really do. It was harder for me because I did have 2 kids, and for the most part, I did my college thing on my own. I had a very great babysitter in Indiana who I love dearly, who I could count on, who was dependable, so I had help in that sense, So, some things that I would suggest that you do is that you pick your major. If you decide, like, this is not what I want to do, right then you switch. That day you go and you find another major. Do not spend your money and do not spend your time in college taking classes that you don't like, that you don't feel like, are mentally working your brain, And there'll be some classes, like some elective classes that you have to take that you really won't feel like you need, but you can take an elective class that isn't really an elective class. Like, for example, my major was political science, criminal justice. I took classes outside of there, like psychology, which was part of my major, but they were my electives. Like, I would take the class I needed and then take another psychology or another logic class as an elective. You don't have to take basket weaving as an elective. You can take fucking marine biology as an elective class because it's not in your base major. For most schools, which are like, for most schools you can do that. So, take good electives. Try to, in your first few years, get some of your harder core requirement classes out of the way. If you get your core required classes out of the way sooner, later in the school year, later in your semesters, you don't have to take as many hard classes. When I graduated, I had 24 credit hours. I had as many credit hours as I could get. But for the most part, all of my credit hours were really easy A classes. So I had no choice but to pass because I took so many of my hard curriculum courses before the end of my semester. I started school in August of 2005. I took a year off when I got robbed and shot and when I had my daughter, my little baby. So I graduated December 2010. So I still finished where I needed to be. And for the most part, if you do your math right, most schools you take 12 credit hours per semester. At my school, I needed 127 credit hours to graduate. So if you're taking your credit hours the way you're supposed to, it usually takes 5 years to graduate college. For the most part, if you have like a life outside, if you're just going straight through, you're not going to come home for the summer, you're going to take classes all year round, you're graduating in 4 years. But that was not my case. I actually had a life outside. Like a real life. Like, I had kids, I had a family to take care of, So, do I recommend that you go back to school? Anybody? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I feel like I'm the shit now because I have a fucking college degree? Yes. Yes, I do. I feel like it elevated me as a person. I'm the same quirky, talking to fucking plucked girl, but at the same time, I know my worth. I know that I'm fucking smart. I graduated college, and I graduated college with honors. So I'm not stupid in here. Like, I might, make some poor decisions, but I do feel like, I took the road less traveled. And as a minority, which is a woman and African American, I feel like we need to make women and black people, we need to let people know, like, we have a voice, we are strong, we can do this stuff, we can learn, we can crunch the numbers, we can learn the statistics, we can, memorize the body parts, we can do anything anybody else can do, and we need to do it. So as far as school goes, don't take out a lot of loans. Take out exactly what you need. Now, if you have a full-time job and you can handle buying your own books or buying your own supplies, do not take out more loan money than what you need. Read my big lip. Do not take out more loan money than you need. I was in school for 5 years, and I took less than $10,000 out a semester. I graduated college, and I had a trade school. I did an MA school before I went to, like, actual college. I'm out of school, and I have less than $30,000 in debt, which is really good. There are people who are graduating from basic undergrad with $80,000, $90,000 in school loans. Do not do that to yourself. Pay attention to your loan payoffs. Pay attention to if there's subsidized or unsubsidized. Pay attention to these things when you go to school. If you can pay, the more you can pay, even if you have to sacrifice a new pair of shoes or a new dress, pay as much of your own school money as you can, because those loans will catch up with you whether you graduate with a good job or not. They come in knocking on the door for their loan money, period, point blank. Am I happy that I'm getting a job now? And even though the job that I get, you don't necessarily need a degree to be in, but you do get a higher pay bracket if you have a degree. I do have a degree, so I'm going to get paid more, which makes sense to me. I took the extra time, the extra effort, the extra money to invest in myself enough that every job should look at me and say, you know what? Yeah, we're going to pay her more because she took the extra step. And you know what? Before I went to college, I didn't think that college was for me. I kind of thought that college wasn't necessary, that I could, on my wit alone, I could get a great job. And, some people can. But with 2 kids, it's kind of like I need every extra inch of greatness as I can get, because I'm already coming in like, well, my kids might get sick, so I might need some days off. Like, I'm already coming in with a little bit of baggage, But overall, my college experience, even though I didn't get to, like, live on campus, but I had great friends who did live on campus, and I got to go to college parties. I was all the way grown, though. But I loved my college experience. I loved my college. I went to Purdue. Shout outs to all my Boilermakers. Shouts out, like, I went to Purdue, off campus Purdue, but at the end of the day, when my degree came, it said Purdue University, baby, all day. So go to a good school. Go to a school that is accredited. Do not spend your money in a trade school that is not accredited. Go to a school that you can get some acknowledgement from. Make sure that you're going to a real school, even if, like, you want to go to like, let's see. Like Purdue, for example. Purdue had a campus in Lafayette, which was its main campus, a campus in Calumet, or Hammond, which is where I went, and a campus in Michigan City. All these schools, when you graduate, your degree says Purdue. It doesn't say Purdue Calumet. It doesn't say Purdue North Hammond. It says Purdue, So I have a Purdue degree, period, point blank. What else do I want to talk about? Am I excited to move? Hell to the yeah. I haven't really met people down here, and the people that I have met, y'all have heard the stories. It is not going good. I'm excited to move. Like, I moved August 22nd to a new place. I even have a washer and dryer in my new apartment. My new apartment is like $100 more. But shit, I got a real job, like a real job, so I can afford it. Let me see where I'm at with time. 14 minutes. Okay. My ex-husband, let's talk about him really, really quick. Okay, I went home because I just needed to be home. Like, I was really frustrated with my job, They were kind of coming to me like I was stupid, and basically I was ready to walk out and quit and just move back to Indiana or Chicago. Really, I was ready because they were testing my intelligence. Like, I may be, people might not know how old I am from jump because I don't come off like, you know, my personality is not like, I'm not as demure as many women who are, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm just me. You know, I'm not gonna knock you if you real uptight and uppity, like, that's you, whatever. We probably wouldn't get along that much because I like to laugh, I like to joke, I like to have a good time, you know. So I'm not really like stuck on myself. Like, I don't feel like I need to be serious all the time. And the kind of job I have, for what? So they were really irking me. So I went ahead and I flew home for my 2 off days. I had no intentions on seeing my ex-husband, I'm gonna be honest with you, but of course it ended up happening. And you know, he was like all in my shit. Like, I guess the bitch was looking really good, but I mean, I never really had that issue with him. Like, I think our biggest issue was that we weren't ready to get married when we got married. We had called off a wedding before we actually got married. Like, we ended up, we were gonna get married, we called it off, and then we ended up going to Justice Peace and getting married. We had a lot of rocks, a lot of baggage in our relationship, a lot of stuff on his part, a lot of stuff on my part, and I divorced him. I felt like at that time in my life, I was really focused on finishing school, because my divorce just went finalized February 28th, 2010, I think. We got married 2008 or 2009. We weren't married for long, but we were together for 3 years. And no, I met him when I was 21, 22, and then I had my daughter at 23, and then we divorced when I was 25. Before my 20, yeah, no, we divorced right after my 25th birthday. So do the math, I don't give a fuck. And now it's like, I feel that he is looking at me and saying, okay, I am ready to be settled down, I am ready to have a family, I am ready to keep my dick in my pants. And I'm saying, of course it sounds good, and of course I love the attention, and I like it, but in the back of my mind, all I can think about is the stuff that he did wrong to me, and that he is my ex for a reason. Do I love him? Yeah, I do. Don't get me wrong. Would my parents flip if I told them I was even considering being with him? Yes, they would. My daddy would probably disown me, because that's how, you know, my dad wants me to be a good father to my daughter, but my dad is, I'm sorry, not looking for, not wanting me to be with him. We had a great time though when I came. He's such a gentleman. He's so fine, y'all. I got a thing about fine dudes. Like, the finer you are, the more I want you. Oh, speaking of fine, this is about to be off topic, and my video is gonna be over after I tell the story. So I goes out last night in that outfit. That's what I had on last night. And I'm just watching these thirsty bitches. It's not a lot of dudes here, and the ones that are here know that they're fucking high commodity. They know bitches want them. And I'm kind of really laid back. I'm not about to throw myself at any dude unless, you know, the feeling is mutual and I can tell that you is even feeling me. So, God, I love his fucking hair. Like, ugh. Anyway, so I'm watching these. Okay, word to the wise, ladies, if you're all over a dude and he is not reciprocating that affection towards you, he might not be that into you. If you are throwing yourself on a guy and he's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, talking to his boys, like trying to bag you up off of him, that means he's not into you. So we're at the club, you know, and these little skinny girls, which had nothing to do with it, but, you know, they thought that they was a shit, was all over this one dude, right? So I'm looking at dude, like, laughing to myself. So dude is, like, basically pushing these girls off of him, you know, like, no, I'm cool, I'm straight. He looks back at me, and I'm looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not Captain Save. I'm not coming over to save you, brother. And when we were on the dance floor, he saw me. He didn't speak, and now, you know, he thinking, I don't know, I'm about to compete. I guess that's the vibe that he thought I was giving. I don't know. So he's looking at me like what? You're not going, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him like, do you, bruh? So when it was all said and done, he comes over to me. Now, me being from the outside looking in, I could tell he wasn't feeling them. So he comes over to me and was like, so you just gonna let them attack me like that? You're not even gonna try to save you, boy? I said, it's not my fault you got groupies, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's not on me. But then he, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just the whole vibe of him, like, niggas out here, I feel like they feel like I should want them or women should want them because it's not that many brothers, you know what I'm saying? But like I said in a previous video, I'm not about to compete for nobody. Like, I'm not about to try to be the top spot. Been there, shit, I had a husband. You know what I'm saying? I was already competing to be top spot. Your boo is good on that. But just ladies. I made a video about not being thirsty for the fellas. This right here is a dedication to you. Don't be thirsty for the fellas. Stop being a chaser. Don't chase them. If a dude is interested in you, he'll let you know. And if he doesn't let you know, that means he's not even man enough, his swag ain't even strong enough to come at you. He's intimidated. If he's too scared to speak to you, like, I ain't got time for that. And like, I've had several dudes since I've been here who I didn't talk to tell me that I was not approachable because I looked damn, use a whole thing of chapstick on the top lip. Because I looked unapproachable. I'm not unapproachable, and I'm real laid back. Y'all know I'm laid back, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm out, I do carry myself differently just because. But my whole thing is, like, if you can't come up to me and try to holler at me, you know what I'm saying? And I can't tell if you feeling me, I'm not going to come up to you. Like, one of the girls I was with was like, well, would you ask a dude for a dance? And I said, where I'm from, back home, yeah, because for the most part, I'm their type. You know what I'm saying? But here in Tucson, when I go to a dude who I don't know and ask him to dance, no. Because these niggas out here are already, like I told y'all, are ratchet. A dude straight up tell you, like, nah, you ain't my type. I ain't dancing with you. Like, I ain't going. I'm not about to try to get mad as fuck on a nigga in the club. And one of my subbies told me next time a nigga come at me sideways to mace his ass. And I got some mace on my keychain. And I will use that shit. Thanks, boo. But that was my random thought video. School video. Ratchet ass, thirsty ass, skinny broad video. Yeah. Don't be thirsty. This is a PSA. Ladies. Even if you fly, sometimes you got to hold back. Let a nigga chase you for a while. They like the chase, I heard. They like chasing you. So let them chase you. And if you don't want them, shit, let them chase you and pay you to chase you. I don't know. Just don't be thirsty. I'm not being thirsty. Y'all don't be thirsty. And if a nigga come at you and he seems super, super hyper, you might want to hand him a piss cup and ask him to pee in it for you. Because you never know. It's clucks in disguise out there, girls. Be aware. Be aware.